basically,
Yeah, what is it? No,
Thinking
I'm
what?
hearing it too.
oh, the music?
Yeah,
I guess they're rocking out.
they're listening to Lord.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So make sure you have some notes open. I'm going to be walking around. If you have some questions or help, let me know, Trevor. Seriously, no? Okay. So basically, this is what I'm talking about here. You guys make choices by the thousands each day. And every choice you make, you literally do this 6-step process over and over and over and over and over. Okay? This is basically the way your brain works, whether you know it or not. So, number 1 is choose. Obviously, you got to make a choice. Do I have a volunteer in here? May I have a volunteer? Quinn, can you share with me a choice that you've made today?
Driving.
Driving. Okay, that's a good one. We haven't had that one. Quinn chose to drive. So, drove today. Okay, that was his choice. Now, second step that Quinn maybe or maybe he didn't think about. Okay, what were his costs to driving today?
Gas.
Gas.
Danger.
Obviously.
Time. Danger. It's dangerous on that road.
Time. He chose to use some of his time, right, to drive. So time is one. What's another?
Danger.
Danger. Why?
He was risking it.
Risking what?
Risking life.
Why?
Because you don't know who's on that road.
Okay.
Been a drunk driver.
So driving isn't exactly the safest
7.
activity to do out in the world.
Driver out there.
Wednesday
Any
night
other
midlife
costs?
crisis. You never know.
Yep.
I'm sure there's some.
Any other costs?
Things happen.
7:30.
Right?
Okay. Sorry, I kind of screwed up there. I just want to put costs up here under
Broke
number
up with
2.
her last night, and you know.
Got too drunk
Is
the
that
night
going
before, woke up drunk.
All right.
Cost 3.
Nice. Nice. Okay, 3. Incentives. Okay, so Quinn probably thought about his incentives for driving. Taylor, what's an incentive? What does that word mean? Are we recording? Oh, thank goodness.
We've been for 5 minutes.
All right.
See, I got
Taylor, let's phone a friend. Who do you want to phone?
Aaron.
Who?
Aaron.
Aaron?
Oh, okay. An incentive is like a reason to why you want to do it.
Okay, a reason why you do it, right?
Leverage.
Why do I eat breakfast? Why do I make this joke? Why do I choose to play a game on my iPad instead of get a great education and become a millionaire and make these games myself? Right?
Why?
Okay. But what would Quinn's incentives be then for driving?
Freedom.
His car would be warmer than if he had walked outside.
So he's going to stay warmer. Okay, obviously it's still not summer, so he can stay in an atmosphere that he's comfortable in. What else? What's another incentive for driving?
Faster. Raise your hand.
Yes,
But to get to school on time.
get to school on time. So even though,
I did.
interesting though, Aaron said that one of the costs was time.
Well,
Which is true.
He could have just not gotten to school.
True. But even though time is a cost, time could be an incentive too because he saved time. If he walked to school, it would have taken, Quinn, how long would it take you to walk here?
A long time.
About 3 hours.
Okay. So, it's an incentive for him to drive. Okay, good job. Any questions there so far? This is how your brain's working. Number 4. This is a tough one. Economic systems that influence your choices. Basically, there are rules to the game. Alright? What's the game?
Life laws.
The game of life, right? And laws. Laws is part of that. But you guys, Peyton and Monica, we're playing the game of life here. Okay? And Quinn played that game this morning when he decided to drive. Okay? What does that mean? What were some rules that he was following?
You had to go to school.
He had to go to school. That's part of the rules of the game. Quinn, you're how old? 16, 17? 16 years old. Okay? Most 16-year-olds in Minnesota and our nation are in school. So he's playing by the rules there. He knew, part of his making this choice to come to school and driving is because this is part of the rules of our society. Okay? What else? Why else did he? What are some other rules he followed?
Traffic laws.
Traffic laws. No speeding, stop at a stop sign. right? Anything else? Any other rules? Okay, that's a rule. Okay. 5. As we continue to go down, these get more and more abstract. And your brain, you might not realize you're thinking like this, but you really are. Okay, so 5 is you voluntarily make decisions most of the time. Okay, sometimes you're forced to, you gotta do the dishes, blah, 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 blah. But even then, there's costs to not doing the dishes, right?
A lot.
Maybe you gotta go to your room or whatever it is, you don't get your allowance. Alright?
Privileges.
You lose your privileges, you lose your phone. God forbid I don't have my phone in my pocket. My life ends. Okay? But you make voluntary decisions on a daily basis. Okay? So, when Quinn drove to school, one of his costs were what? What do you have to do to be able to drive? You gotta have what in the tank? Yeah, you gotta have gas. Okay? So where does he get gas?
Let's have an electric car.
At a gas station. Okay? Well, you get it at a gas station, but you just get to pump it and drive away?
Nope.
No, you're probably going to have cops on your butt pretty dang quickly. Okay? So you need to pay for it. You need to have money. So obviously Quinn values gas more than money. Interestingly. So why would Quinn value gasoline over money?
Because he's gonna make money with the gasoline
He's gonna-
eventually.
Eventually. Now, see what Aaron's doing here? He's looking in the future. He's already down here. He's looking at consequences that lie in the future. Okay? What do you mean by that?
Well, to get to his job, he's gonna need gas.
Okay.
And since money buys his gas, he's gonna need more money, thus using more gas.
So, good. He values gas more because he needs to get to work on a decent amount of time.
He's going
Okay.
to school, so.
Or he's going to school. But if you're looking in the
School,
future, the
school
consequence.
to get the job.
See, go to school to
Whoa.
get. Yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
So he's looking way in the future here. Do any of you, if I had a gallon of gasoline or $5 right now, which would you prefer?
The gas.
The gas.
Gas.
Why would you do
Well, when my mom,
Well, you get the money because it
Everybody
would
has an
be
opinion, Trevor.
Okay.
the money because it is
Usually money talks. You ever heard
I
that?
don't even know.
Okay, but we give up money for all sorts of stuff, and it's weird to think about why the heck would I spend $40 on a tank of gasoline?
Because it's cheap.
Well, yeah. But we make those decisions. Now finally, we already talked about some of these, but number 6 is this, consequences. Okay? What are the consequences for Quinn when he decided to drive today?
he lost
What were the
weight.
consequences?
Losing gas.
Losing gas. Using gas. Yep. What else?
well, losing because it's one-time use.
Yes.
It's not a renewable.
Oh my
source.
goodness, we just went totally negative over here. Negativity in the classroom. Can't stand it, but here's what Trevor said. He has to go and see all the teachers and the students that he hates. Is that true? Come on, man.
He's in.
All right.
It's Mr. Evans.
What else? What else? What other consequences? Pay for parking?
No, I'm in a bad mood. He tried to steal my headphones
Pay for parking.
Oh my god.
What else? Consequences.
Get up early.
better
I just said that he was.
Ah, Quinn, thank you. How many of you think when you hear the word consequences it means negative? Yeah, right? Me too. Actually, consequences can be negative or positive. It's just basically this. Consequences mean you make a decision, and here's what's going to happen because of that. That's the consequence. Okay? The consequence of having great grades is that you'll get accepted into a great college. Okay? So, what did you say, Quinn?
You get a better job.
You get a better job. Okay? Why?
Because driving to school would then get you an education which could bring you to college, which would allow you to get a job.
Which
That you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good. So that's exactly what you guys do on a daily basis. Okay? Thousands of times. You do that. You decide, oh, bell rings, I guess the rules of the game tell me I gotta leave the classroom. Okay, and I gotta go to the next class. That's still a choice you're making. You're making a choice right now. Am I gonna stare at my iPad or am I gonna listen to this big-headed guy up front? Okay? Your choice. My choice? Look at the big-headed guy up front. But I'm not you. Shadow, rolling. All right, so I know this is kind of messy over here, but here's basically the summary of how you guys make choices. So if you at least get this down, you're going to be in a decent area. I'm just afraid that in 3 weeks, if you just write this down, you're not going to know what the heck that means. So you might want to put some examples under here. Example, Quinn driving to school. All right, now we're going to have a little fun with a choice that I made less than a year ago. Shadow. Click on that, and then you're going to have to drag that screen over here. Okay. If you had me last try, I showed you this map. This is a crime map of Minneapolis. Okay. And I'm going to turn the lights off here. And you don't need to have your iPad or notes out right now, so flip it over so you don't have that temptation.
Are you on here?
Okay. I am on here somewhere. Now, this is downtown Minneapolis, okay, in the last month. And what this shows is every single crime that has been done in the last month.
Every single crime that's been recorded.
Recorded, excuse me. Yes, that has
It's
been
on
caught. So, these mean aggravated assault. This is a car theft. This is a burglary in the home. I think that is,
Where's the speeding ticket?
one of them is a sex offender. I don't know if that's the house or not. We've got a commercial burglary, business burglary. Someone, stole stuff from a business.
What's the hand?
The hand, the red one, has aggravated assault. So someone was assaulted. Okay? So you can see there's a lot going on.
What's the
Now I can hit it.
Shadow, I want you to drag this way.
The whole thing?
No. Just grab the map. Yep. And then drag. Yep. Put more north.
What's the?
Good. Keep going.
Oh, crime.
Keep going. Right there. Right there.
What's the
Okay.
R stand for?
Well, that's fine. You really want to know what the R stands for, Shadow? Put the little cursor guy up here. Click on the R. Okay, now you gotta scroll up a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. That is, that's sexual assault.
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay? Alright, so then I'll bring it back down
There
a
was
little
a
bit.
rape.
Right there, good. Perfect. Now,
Okay.
I live somewhere on this map. I will not tell you where I live, but I'm on here, okay? So let's go through my choice of buying a home this last fall, all right? This is Minneapolis, Crystal, New Hope, Plymouth, Robbinsdale area, okay? So I'm in here somewhere, all right? I made a choice. That's number one. What did I do?
You bought a home.
I bought a home.
Wait.
All right, talk about my costs. What were the costs?
Moving your stuff there.
Well, what?
Moving your stuff.
The cost of moving my stuff there, which thank goodness I didn't have because my dad's a truck driver, so we threw everything in a semi-trailer and backed it up into the neighborhood driveway. We got a lot of stairs. Don't worry, we just got an 18-wheeler pulling down the neighborhood. But it was free, okay? So I took care of that cost. Anything else?
Your home. House.
My home! My home!
Your
What else?
mortgage.
Mortgage.
Food, I don't know.
Yeah, food. Okay, all this stuff, right? Let's say this. What did I give up by buying a home? What costs did I have? Safety. What if I didn't buy this home? What's my other choice?
Homeless.
Homeless? You think I was homeless before that?
Living in your parents' basement.
Condo.
Living in my parents' basement. Abbas, you said condo? Or apartment?
No.
No?
I would've
No,
said-
no, apartments, condos? Alright.
I would've
So,
Townhouse, you know.
what I'm talking about is this. Every choice you make, there's another choice that you could have made, right? What is that called? Economic term. Does anyone know? I'll be impressed.
Trade-off.
That is a trade-off? Kind of, yeah. Kind of a compromise. It's called opportunity cost. Okay? So if I decide to buy this house here, I give up the opportunity to do something else.
Like get an apartment?
Like get an apartment or a condo. Okay? Which is actually what I lived in before the house. So
A condo?
you're good. Now, Quinn, you said safety. You're right. Where I used to live was safer than this. How can you tell, obviously? Okay? All of these little things going on. Okay? Now, why? We went through the cost, right? Why would I move somewhere where I was safe to a place that's unsafe? Right?
But you didn't know it first?
Well, let's talk about this.
Your commute.
Step 3, incentives. Why would I have chosen to live here?
Pretty neighborhood.
That you didn't know?
Quinn said cheap. We're coming to that second.